Dave Buschur. Buschur. Buschur Racing. But one thing comes to mind when I say that name, and when I attribute the attitudes that come with that name and the way people feel, there's one thing that I think of continuously. That name has a very German-esque kind of feel to it. Almost Hitlerish. And if it's not a German name, it has very strong German overtones. And I was just thinking, when you fail because you haven't done anything in the last 2 years in the Evo market and your business just sinks into the ground, people get tired of buying 9-second clones from you, and you resurface, maybe you can kind of pick up where EIP left off. Start selling Volkswagen aftermarket parts. And then you can resurface your business name under, say, Third Reich Racing. How about Kike Motorsports? That's a good one. How about your slogan would be race or die? You can name your own fuel. The gas chamber. How about that? You already have a thick mustache, so all you got to do is shave both sides down about an inch. Fit right in. Just wearing all black flannel. You're right there, Dave. It's perfect for you. Get rid of all your minority customers, your Hispanic, Latino customers, your Asian customers. Hit the road. I'm only dealing with Germans. It's a big enough market for that. You could survive doing that. Be a new niche for you. You're already in a niche market, so you fit right in. Nobody's doing this Volkswagen thing. You should really consider this. I mean, the R32 needs help. EIP's gone now. There's nobody really working on these cars. Come on. HPA, but shit. You got a bigger name than them. Come on. You can take this thing over easy. I've given you the names. Given you a slogan. Run with it. Copyright it. Patent it. Where else are you going to go, Dave? What are you going to do? I know that there's going to be a lot of people when they read the threads that you have pulled down. But let me tell you, anybody that really wants to see these threads, you can contact me at pussyratedlive.com, and I'll be happy to forward it to your email. All you got to do is contact me and say, I want it, and I'm going to forward you everything that I have. Everything that people have sent me for me to read, and it took me a little bit of time to just go through it because, I have a full-time job, and I travel. It took me a little time to actually go through it, and then when I did read it, it really took me some time to figure out whether I really wanted to address it or not. But I really feel like this situation could take off in a bad way, and if I don't address it, there could be people in normal situations that could get hurt because Dave doesn't realize how reckless he's being with his words right now. He's taken a situation that I tried to call him and explain to him. His attitude is so bad that he refused to hear me out. He wants to tell me how I meant my words. When I was calling him, I was saying, Dave, you didn't call me. I'm calling you. I read your posts. You better retract those. You don't want to retract them? Fine. You want to misconstrue my words? Fine. Al from Dino Flash, part Latino. Like I said, don't know. from where. But I would hope that people like that would have enough dignity and self-respect to value themselves higher than a short block and a stage 3 head and some cans. And if they don't, then fuck them, because I'll make videos about them again too. And that's the way I see it. Because I have the energy and I have the drive and I have the dignity and I have the self-respect. People don't deserve to get hurt behind some videos, period, plain and simple. Nobody deserves to get hurt behind this. People standing on forums, you know, talking on forums about things that have nothing to do with cars doesn't belong. This is why I don't get on forums. Doesn't belong. You know, car forums are for car talk. Why people are talking about AR-15s and S&W 500s, beyond me. This is how confusing it is. This is why so many people are writing to me in my inbox. People are actually telling me that the forums are confusing them. And I left off at the end of my last video in saying that. And let me elaborate on that a little bit further. You get two expert tuners that are very good at what they do, but instead of arguing the facts, they just want to say, your way is shit. And the other tuner is going to say, your way is shit. And that doesn't help the consumer because they're not sticking to the facts. They're not explaining their approach and how they make power. They're not explaining the technicals. They're just battling with bullshit words. And it's confusing. The end result is you guys don't get the business. And you don't see that. It's sad. It's sad when somebody is writing me to my inbox to ask me what I think about tuners out there. And I'm going to tell them every single time, Sean Ivey's the best, period. If you're close to him, if you're not close to him, get to him. It's one of the best, period. You think Dave's a good tuner? Dave said ethanol and methanol were the same. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Call Chris Speed. Call Sean Ivey. Come on. After they stop laughing, they'll explain to you how different those fuels are. And you guys don't get it. It's Dave's own words. People are acting like shit doesn't happen. They ignore the fact because Dave erased posts before people see it. Listen, people have, you know, photocopied those forum pages and posted them all over the place. If you're on Exceed Speed, if you're on Honda Tech, go to those forums and look at them yourself. Do an archive check. They're there. It's bullshit. Buschur Racing is bullshit. Dave is his own worst enemy. I'm not. I'm just elaborating on things that he's done to himself, to his own business. Then you wonder why he's so mad. Because he puts his foot in his mouth all the time and all he does is taste toe. And it's nasty because he doesn't wash his feet. And he's going to take a switch and move to the Hyundai market. You guys don't see it as a weakness? Come on. I can't even say Hyundai without smiling. I can't even say it without smiling. This shit is pathetic. This is getting ridiculous now. But guess what? I'm going to keep making videos and I'm going to keep going on. Because there are a lot of people out there that still want my help. Still want to know how they can go around Buschur, where they can get parts from, where they can get engines from, where they can get cams from. And I'm going to tell them every single time, Dave is not a manufacturer. He's a vendor. All those parts that he buys, you can get them through somebody else. I'm going to tell them that every single time. And I'm going to keep saying it until more people listen. And a lot of people are listening. Believe it or not, Dave. You could say you had a record year, but I'm not buying it. Nobody's having a record year this year.